Breeze. I'm Jessica Gatzo. Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time is 6:07.
Your need-to-know cultural snapshot of Wisconsin and beyond. This is What's on Tap with Sandy Max. A deep dive into all things intriguing, riveting, and entertaining. And now your host for the evening, here's Sandy Max.
Good evening. Welcome to this new show where you get to hear and experience culture and creativity here in Wisconsin and beyond. And on the show tonight, music, movies, and museums. Got a couple of summer concert updates for you. Then an in-studio visit from Milwaukee Film's interim CEO, Ann Reed. She's going to share plans in the city's cinema scene, and we're going to get her reaction not only to today's Academy Award nominations, but she has thoughts on Milwaukee Bucks Adrian Griffin being let go. So we'll talk about that. Also, Milwaukee Museum Days continues through Sunday, and WTMJ's Debbie Lazaga, she's going to bring us inside the Groman Museum on the Milwaukee School of Engineering's campus. And from the Milwaukee Public Museum's Director of Communications, Madeline Anderson, she's going to check in with us about canned food creations and other things you can enjoy at the Milwaukee Public Museum. And the song you need to hear tonight, it's a U2 song that will give a lot of Marquette fans the tingles. But from gray, slushy winter weather to summertime, can we think ahead to outdoor concerts? Well, there are two big announcements today. First, oh yeah, Dave Matthews Band, their summer tour is kicking off, and they are going to be back at Alpine Valley Music Theater in East Troy, and it's going to be 2 nights, which is usual for the Dave Matthews Band. June 21st and 22nd, a wonderful way to kick off summer. It was a great show at Summerfest last year. I hadn't seen Dave Matthews, in about 15 years, and last year's show was just great. He's got new music that you'll love, and of course, an impeccable band that just jam along, and it's a great summer tradition. If you've never been to Dave Matthews Band or are just itching to see him again, this is your year. June 21st and 22nd at Alpine Valley. February 16th is when tickets go on sale to the general public, and if you know about their fan club, the Warehouse, they have a pre-sale going on right now through January 31st. Check out Dave Matthews Band's website to get all the details for that show, but I think that's something really to look forward to. And then as we get a little bit later in summertime, Wisconsin State Fair always has a great setup on the main stage, and one of the ultimate classic rock bands going to be on the main stage in August. I thought this song was kind of appropriate for winter as we're talking about summertime. Foreigner, and it's their farewell tour. They're going to be on the State Fair main stage on a Saturday night, August 10th. They really are one of the most popular classic rock bands ever, and they're one of those bands where you think, I enjoy some of their music. It's song after song after song you can sing along to. Jukebox Hero, I Want to Know What Love Is. There's so many great songs, and tickets go on sale for Foreigner this Friday, January 26th at 10 a.m. at Wisconsin State Fair's website, and there is a pre-sale for Friends of the Fair, and that is a membership benefiting the Wisconsin State Fair Park Foundation. So if you go to WSFPfoundation.org. You can get in on that pre-sale, but I'm sure if you can get to the Wisconsin State Fair website, you can get that. And I'll tell you who's opening for Foreigner is way cool, Melissa Etheridge. And I think she's just epic. She's got one of those signature raspy voices, and another one who you think, I like one or two of her songs. You're going to sing along to I'm the Only One and a bunch of other great music. So Melissa Etheridge opening for Foreigner August 10th at Wisconsin State Fair. A little music update for you. You know I can't let some of the biggest concert announcements go unnoticed on a day that What's on Tap is on. So from music to movies, movie lovers, today was a big day with the Academy Awards announcements, and sports fans, today was a big day with the Milwaukee Bucks announcement this afternoon of the letting go of Coach Adrian Griffin. That is going to be a hot topic at 7 o'clock and at 8 o'clock here on WTMJ, but we're going to talk about it a little bit here during What's on Tap because it's about culture and creativity, and we love the Milwaukee Bucks around here. Well, my next guest on What's on Tap has reactions to both the Oscars, and the Bucks. Both of these news items. We're going to welcome Milwaukee Film interim CEO and big Bucks fan Ann Reed to WTMJ next.
AccuNet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
Flimsy, feeble, flaccid. That's how you can describe most pre-approval letters these days. Heck, a lot of big banks issue pre-approval letters using soft credit pulls instead of real credit reports. Do you really want to compete in today's still low inventory market with a soft credit pull and a pre-approval that's silent on 2 of the 3 critical elements of a mortgage approval? A rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval from AccuNet not only verifies your credit with a real credit report, we also verify your income and down payment, and then issue a letter with a $2,000 guarantee to back it up. And now, AccuNet is issuing property-specific pre-approvals that often come with this sweet phrase: no appraisal required. That's right, AccuNet may be able to issue your pre-approval at or above the seller's asking price without needing an appraisal. Today's home market is still a metaphorical knife fight. Your bank is offering you, well, a pocket knife. AccuNet is Crocodile Dundee. Now that's a knife, mate. Click on the blue button today at accunet.com.
Your nose is for breathing. Your mouth is for eating. And if you're breathing through your mouth, it's not because your body wants to. It's because it has to, because your nose isn't working properly. And although you've lived like this, it's no way to live, and it's having a significant impact on your life. I know you know this, and I know that taking action isn't always convenient. But at Advent, we've done all we can to make changing your life for the better as easy as possible. I'm Dr. Madan Kandula. With tens of thousands of our patients, a thorough breathing triangle evaluation, along with a simple 20-minute in-office procedure called balloon sinuplasty, has opened their nasal passages, allowing them to breathe freely through their nose for good. And there's a good chance this procedure can do the same for you. We'll help you breathe through your nose again, and it will change your life.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Max on WTMJ.
Welcome back to What's on Tap, a show about culture and creativity here in Wisconsin and around the world. I am Sandy Max, and movie lovers, maybe you recognize that music. That is from the Oppenheimer soundtrack, and it was a big day with the Academy Awards announcements. And sports fans, we were just talking about this, big day with the Milwaukee Bucks announcement just this afternoon, a couple hours ago, of the letting go of Coach Adrian Griffin, which is pretty big. Well, my next guest on What's on Tap, she has reactions on both of these news items. Welcome, Milwaukee Film interim CEO and big Bucks fan, Ann Reed. Ann, we're going to talk movies and the Milwaukee film scene. But first, what was your reaction when you heard the Milwaukee Bucks news this afternoon?
Sandy, first of all, I'm really glad to be here. Thank you. You'll have much bigger basketball experts later on, I'm sure, on other shows. I'm just a fan and a really big one. And I was sad. My first reaction was, he's just such a quintessentially nice guy.
Yeah.
And they are such a quintessentially delightful team to watch, just to a player. They all just seem so great, and so you want everything to be great, and so I was sad to see him go. I've come to just really admire his personality. I know they have to look forward to the playoffs. I know we don't want what happened in last year's playoffs to happen again. I know tough decisions have to be made. I can't speak to any of that and how that got going. But my first reaction was, "Oh man, I would have really liked him to stay."
Yeah, I like nice people,
Exactly.
and it's just, and that's why it's so easy to root for Giannis. And when I saw that Chris Middleton did so well yesterday and now, one of the highest ranked scorers, it's like, oh, my heart is happy.
On a pass from Giannis. So Giannis could have shot that, and he didn't. He passed it over to Chris, and Chris hit the record that way. That kind of niceness is the coolest thing to watch. I love it.
And actual teamwork instead
Yes,
of just
exactly.
having one star that you got to keep throwing the ball to. So
Yep.
that's why I talk about What's on Tap as a show about culture and creativity. Look, the Bucks are part of our culture and brought the city together with the World Championship.
Yep. And
so,
people we could really admire, because so much of that is about both culture and culture in the city is about character, the character of the people involved.
and Bobby Portis, and all these fun personalities that all work together. So, and it always hurts my heart. It's like, well, give him more of a chance. But, I guess if your eye's on the prize and you really want to get to the championship, how much longer do you let some of those puzzle pieces stay
I can't say what's right or wrong in those circumstances. I have to respect that expertise.
I have to figure they know much more about it than I do. But you had a thought about the Pistons game that you shared with me before we walked in the studio.
Oh, just that a team that's what, 4-39 or something like that. Like those games were close, and those games were close.
Well, we'll keep an eye on that. So. Someone will have a new role as the Milwaukee Bucks coach. We'll be on pins and needles, and we'll be watching that at WTMJ. Yeah. We will be the first to tell you as soon as we know who that is. But you have a new role as interim CEO at Milwaukee Film. How did this come about?
Well, for many years, I led the Wisconsin Humane Society.
And thank you for that.
Oh, it was a
joy. For
all
the fuzzy buddies, you got new homes.
It was an absolute joy, the privilege of my life. And I retired in the fall of September 2022 and really thought I had retired. And so when the folks at Milwaukee Film understood that their longtime leader, Jonathan Jackson, after 16 years building the festival from basically nothing to one of the leading film festivals in the country, a real beacon across the country, and he was ready to move on, and so they were looking for someone to hold the interim time while they went ahead and did a typical search as you would do for a successor. And so there were some folks who knew that I had some relevant experience, I guess, and wasn't working. So that's how it came about.
And I'm glad that if Jonathan's making a big decision to make a life shift, that he's built such a great organization. And I love that his story from, really starting out and serving popcorn at the Oriental to growing this and keeping Milwaukee Film going during the pandemic and being at every film festival, shoes off, dancing around to Talking Heads. Like just, there was no questioning his passion. And Matt Miller from On Milwaukee and I were talking on the day that the announcement came out that we're just excited to see what his next project will be.
Very much
because there's no questioning his passion and his abilities and his accomplishments of acquiring the lease for the Oriental Theater and to have this landmark preserved particularly to keep showing films.
Yep. No, we're all excited to see that too, and it is a privilege to carry that forward to the next stages. It's been really great.
Oh, and I'm excited. I want to find out more about what Milwaukee Film has in store in 2024 and get your reactions to some of the Academy Award nominations and maybe some of the perceived snubs. That's next on What's on Tap on WTMJ. Stay with us.
This is Brad Youngbluth with Semper Fi Roofing and Exteriors, your local veteran-owned and operated exterior remodeling company. The Energy Star ratings for windows are getting a lot tougher to get the tax credit, so you're going to want to take advantage of. Fortunately, we still have options that will qualify you for those tax credits. Now, I can sit here and talk benefits of this product or what's great about that product. So can everybody else. But what a lot of operations can't do is with complete confidence stand behind the crew that's going to be on that next job. Talk is cheap, I get it, but our people are exceptional. How do I know? Because me and Vito handpick every single person that makes our team. Some make the cut, a lot don't. And that's why you can be confident that the windows we install for you will be top quality, installed right, and that you're going to get great service. And that's never failed us. So for your home's new windows, you can count on Semper Fi to keep you safe, warm, and dry.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry, Semper Fi.
Hey there, I'm Sandy Max at WTMJ. Are your folks or a loved one at the stage where it's just getting difficult to maintain their home, especially in weather like this, whether it's the hard-packed snow or the ice and the slush and all the work it takes to keep their property safe? Because I know I looked out on my driveway today and I'm like, oh, that is a slippery slope there. Well, maybe 2024 is the perfect year to donate the shovels, the salt buckets, and let the kind folks at Three Pillars handle it all. They're located in scenic Lake Country, and Three Pillars is the state's top-rated senior living community. What a safe, serene setting for your loved ones. And they offer a full continuum of care, so they're covered every step of the way. Make an appointment to tour Three Pillars today at their website, threepillars.org.
Better days start with a better night's sleep on a mattress from Milwaukee Mattress and Ken Michaels Furniture. Handcrafted in Milwaukee, our mattresses are custom built to your needs. We have all the comfort and firmness options to give you your best night's rest. Buying direct from our factory showrooms will save you up to 50%, compared to national brands. Shop today during our New Year's sale at Ken Michaels Furniture for over 75 years of uncompromising quality, local factory direct saving, and your best night's sleep. Start the new year right with Norwalk Furniture on sale now at Ken Michaels Furniture. Save 35% on showroom pieces that are ready for immediate delivery, or in just 35 days, you can create a look that reflects your unique style with over 850 fabric and leather options and comfort levels, from cuddling to extra firm support. Norwalk Furniture's American roots go back over 102 years. For better quality American-made upholstery, shop the Norwalk Upholstery Sale at any Ken Michaels Furniture locations in Greenfield, Brookfield, or downtown.
Looking for some winter magic? Head to Lake Geneva for the 29th Annual Winterfest and U.S. National Snow Sculpting Championship. Watch and wonder as 15 of the best snow sculpting teams in the country create larger-than-life masterpieces right before your very eyes. Enjoy bonfires and s'mores on the beach and live entertainment. Explore the downtown ice sculpture walk, featuring over 40 beautiful ice sculptures. Don't miss Lake Geneva's Winterfest, January 31st through February 4th. Learn more at visitlakegeneva.com.
This is What's on Tap with Sandy Max.
Ooh, suspenseful music. You are hearing music from the film Poor Things on What's on Tap, where you get to experience culture and creativity from Wisconsin and around the world. And the reason I'm playing Poor Things film music is that movie scored 10 Academy Award nominations today, including one for Kenosha, Wisconsin's Mark Ruffalo, which is exciting. And if we're going to talk movies, I have to have the right person in the studio. And I do. Welcome back to the studio. This is Ann Reed, the Milwaukee Film Interim CEO. What was your reaction to the nominations this morning?
Well, first of all, it was cool to see that of all the films nominated for Best Picture, you could have seen all but two of them at the iconic Oriental Theater.
Oh, wow.
Which is, as you said, Milwaukee Film runs movies all year round at the Oriental Theater. That's our theater. And so it was just really cool to see that. And right now, American Fiction and Poor Things are at the Oriental. So if you're still catching up on your Oscar watching, you can go to the Oriental and see those two films. And the others have been there and gone on. It was... The nominations were interesting. It's funny to just watch social media and see all the memes that start running and so on. I think, like a lot of moms of daughters, I was surprised by the Barbie, let's call it a snub, of Greta Gerwig and Margot Robbie.
Incredible that they weren't nominated for Academy Awards, especially in light of the Golden Globes and the Critics' Choice Awards, and just... There are a lot of movies that can be blockbusters and popcorn movies, but this was bigger than that this past summer. Like, it really was societal and pretty darn seismic. And for it to be ignored, especially with Greta Gerwig as a female director of such a phenomenon, wow.
The first billion-dollar movie directed by a woman, and absolutely a cultural phenomenon. I, like many other moms, got dressed up in pink, and we went.
You?
and just the discussions that it was able to start between you and your daughter, it was really remarkable. One thing I've heard is that Margot Robbie looks so much like Barbie that maybe people thought that it wasn't an
Didn't
effort
think it was
for
a
her
stretch.
to
She's
do the
really a
role.
savvy businesswoman behind the scenes
and
as well.
if you watch it, I think there was a great deal of subtlety there. So it was interesting from that point of view. I saw a question on social media like, where's the committee that did this? And the answer, I think, might surprise a lot of people. There is no committee. It is direct voting. If you're an actor, you vote directly for the nominees for actors. If you're in lighting, you vote directly for so there's no group of people getting together and discussing this. It's very much the popular vote. And that can lead to funny things.
That is it. Well, like any list, top 5 of something, it's subjective.
Yeah.
So, but it'll be fun to watch the Oscars. But now that you are in this role, leading Milwaukee Film, the film festival is a wonderful experience to see all kinds of films, some documentaries that get nominated for Academy Awards later. I've seen just a wide range of films. So when is the film festival, and what are some other things coming up in 2024?
The film festival is April 11th to the 25th.
Mark that on your calendars.
Information will be on our website, mkefilm.org. It will be amazing. It has been amazing in the past. There is so literally something for everybody at the festival, and I love to listen to the folks who try to hit as many movies as they can, and they're going to,
That's
dozens
me.
of movies.
I cross-reference the entire schedule. That's me.
It's fantastic. For an Oscar preview, actually, as soon as the Oscar nominations come out, that is as of today, we start programming an Oscar shorts so that you can see all the short films that were nominated for Oscars kind of all at once. I believe the date for that is February 16th. So watch our website for that as well. And then our programmers, they just amaze me. They, right now, are programming the following. Really powerful Black History Month programming that's going to go on through the month of February. And all of this is separate on the website, so you can go in and see one or the other.
Yeah.
Women's History Month will be coming up in March with great programming there as well. Then there's a series in February that they're calling Love Hurts. It's the anti-Valentine's Day series.
No rom-coms allowed in that?
It is the dark side of love. It's hilarious what they have lined up for that. So I know some anti-Valentine's Day people.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like being romantic right now. We have the movies for you at the Oriental.
That's fun.
All through the month of February.
Because film really does bring people together, and it takes you places where you never thought you could go, or it teaches you, like with documentaries or with some of the films that will be in Black History Month. I just love how it transports you.
Absolutely. And connections and patterns. So it's one thing to see one movie that's kind of anti-Valentine's Day. It's another thing to devote the month of February to it and see the patterns and themes among that, and to share that with others in a theater experience.
Well,
it's so powerful.
And in some of those, anti-Valentine's experiences, which are very specific and unique stories, yet what the universal themes are. We've all had our hearts broken.
Exactly.
We've all had unrequited love.
Exactly.
Can you find the amusement in it sometimes?
That is exactly right. So it's great. There's a Hitchcock series being programmed at the same time with Psycho, Rear Window, Vertigo, Shadow of a Doubt, Saboteur, Marnie, things you'd never have the chance to see on the big screen.
And that's how they were specifically filmed.
Exactly.
Alfred Hitchcock was not creating films thinking that we would have them on our phones or even sitting at home watching them. So to see them on the big screen.
Think about Vertigo on the big screen.
Wow.
Just amazing. And then in March, there's a Polish miniseries that was made in 1989. It's called Decalogue. It's 10 one-hour segments. Apparently, it's a masterpiece, and we are showing it in 10 different showings through the month of March. These people are amazing.
That is really interesting. I love the passion and dedication of the Milwaukee film team.
Yes.
Just like you said, they're... Kara Ogburn, who's a programmer, is at Sundance right now.
Yes.
Finding some of those films to bring back to Milwaukee for our audiences. So thanks for keeping up the great work at Milwaukee Film. What is the website?
mkefilm.org.
How simple. Ann Reed, interim CEO of Milwaukee Film. What a pleasure to chat Bucks and movies with you. Thank you for stopping by, and I look forward to our next visit.
Thanks, Sandy.
And now from the WTMJ Breaking News Center, here's Jessica Gatso.
Thanks, Sandy. The Milwaukee Bucks have fired head coach Adrian Griffin after 43 games. Griffin was hired in June to replace Mike Budenholzer, who led the Bucks to a championship in 2021. The Bucks are 30-13 this season and own the second best record in the NBA, but rank near the bottom of the league in defensive rating. ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski is reporting Doc Rivers is among those on a short list of potential permanent replacements. Bucks assistant coach Joe Prunty will take over as interim head coach for the time being. The City of Milwaukee Health Department introducing an online dashboard for COVID-19 wastewater testing. The dashboard serving as an early warning system with a real-time look into infection levels. Data collected from the South Shore and Jones Island sewer sheds will be tested twice a week. The Milwaukee Health Department hopes to use this technology to monitor respiratory illnesses like influenza and RSV in the future. Milwaukee Mitchell International Air adding a new direct flight to the East Coast. Frontier Airlines will start flying nonstop from Mitchell Airport to Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina, starting in May. Frontier Airlines currently flies nonstop from Milwaukee to Denver, Las Vegas, Orlando, and Fort Myers, Florida. Taking a look at your roads with your Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic. Still looking at some disabled vehicles and one crash to look out for on 4194 North. It's about a mile beyond the ramp from 7 Mile Road, blocking the right shoulder. And actually only one other disabled vehicle at this time. That's on 4194 North at College Avenue on the left shoulder. And taking a look at your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Tonight we've got foggy sky and mild temperatures, a low of 33. On Wednesday, still foggy in the morning, then scattered light rain showers, a high of 40. On Thursday, scattered rain with a high of 41. Friday, cloudy with a high of 41 again. On Saturday, cloudy skies with a high of 40. And on Sunday, cloudy with a high of 38. Right now in Milwaukee, it's 36 degrees. I'm Jessica Gatso, Siding Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 6:32.
Ring in the new year with the ultimate timeless gift, a diamond from Diamonds Direct. Whether you're ready to pop the question or celebrating a lifetime of love in 2024, Diamonds Direct can make this New Year's one to remember forever. Diamonds Direct is the area's destination for exquisite diamonds in all shapes and sizes, and our nationwide price guarantee ensures you'll get the best value, period. To showcase that spectacular diamond, we have literally thousands of designer settings from all the top names like Tacori, Verragio, Simon G, A. Jaffe, and many more. And our experts will guide you every step of the way with the education you want and the respect you deserve. Engagement rings, wedding bands, eternity bands, fashion rings. At Diamonds Direct, we specialize in the ultimate symbol of love, and we welcome the opportunity to celebrate with you. So start the new year with some new excitement, new hope, and some new bling. Diamonds Direct on Mayfair Road in front of Mayfair Mall. Proud to call Milwaukee home. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
Sun, 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 fun, fun, fun. Sun, 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 every kind of boat under the sun.
That boat show music is back, and so is Wisconsin's largest boat show. Everything from family runabouts, ski and surf boats, fishing boats, luxury pontoons, and more Great Lakes cruisers and motor yachts. We have the boats. Shop for skis, boards, and tubes at the Tubers Truckload Sale. Check MilwaukeeBoatShow.com. January 19 through 28, State Fair Park.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. If you work in the restaurant industry, listen up. The successful Fox and Hounds and Mineshaft restaurants are hiring friendly, people-oriented servers and bartenders. You will make real money in a fun, fast-paced atmosphere. If you're unhappy or unfulfilled in your current position, the Fox and Hounds or Mineshaft may be perfect for you. Parents, tell your kids and grandkids. Inquire today, start next week. Visit MineShaftRestaurant.com or FoxandHoundsRestaurant.com. Reach out today.
Haul away big deals this Thursday through Sunday at Fleet Farm's Truckload Savings Event. Like 40-pound bags of Diamond Crystal Solar Salt, just $4.99. 20-pound bags of KT Woodlands Wild Bird Food are only $5.99. Plus, save on 50 pounds of Sprout Crumble or Pellet Poultry Layer Feed, just $13.99. And set your sights on 35% off Ammo Inc. defensive handgun ammo. Stock up on everything you need for everyday life at Fleet Farm.
What's on Tap with Sandy Max is back on WTMJ.
It's been fun talking music and movies so far on What's on Tap. I am Sandy Max, and now we're going to talk museums. It is still Milwaukee Museum Days, and I've been going out and about, but so has Debbie Lazaga. Now, Museum Days goes through January 28th, and Debbie Lazaga continues her series, taking a look at a few of the locations participating in this year's event. Let's go along with Debbie now.
On the Milwaukee School of Engineering's campus resides a special museum with a special theme. I sat down with director of the Groman Museum, James Kieselberg, to find out more.
Well, the Groman Museum is among the most unique museums in Milwaukee. We were established actually based on a collection that was given to the Milwaukee School of Engineering by Eckhart Groman. Eckhart ran an aluminum foundry for some 40 years, and over that time he amassed a collection of industrial art. And with a growing collection of over 400 pieces, ultimately decided that he would give the collection as a gift to the Milwaukee School of Engineering. And so in 2001, he made that gift with the idea that he would open a museum,
making this one of the newer museums in the area.
One of the things that always has captivated artists over the centuries is work. How can they capture human endeavor, both in figure study and as an interest in the actual industry or the labor that the people are accomplishing, or just as a curiosity?
Now, a lot of other museums have some exhibits themed on industry and the worker, but this is a whole museum dedicated to that.
We've done 50 feature exhibitions, all on the themes of labor, industry, as it's translated through art.
As a matter of fact, their newest exhibit just opened up in time for Museum Days.
We're opening a special new exhibition, and it's Patterns of Meaning, and it's an industrial art exhibition by Corey Bonnet, a Pittsburgh painter. Corey discovered a cache of wooden foundry patterns some years ago, and he set about creating new art based on these industrial artifacts from the late 1800s, early 1900s. And so what we have is a selection, assortment of paintings, sculptures, new works in glass and ceramic, a lot of woodworking, all based on these historic foundry patterns. And it's a magnificent display.
And it'll be running through April 27th. Plenty of time to check it out.
And so the feature exhibition program, I think for any museum, is very important to just renew interest, to catch different niches in our community. It's just a way for us to keep the exhibition program lively, always fresh and new, and show a variety of art as it relates to human labor and achievement.
Wondering how and when to check this place out?
We're open 7 days a week, 9 to 5 during the week, noon to 6 on Saturday, and 1 to 4 p.m. a short day on Sunday. General admission is $5. It's $3 for students and seniors, and kids 12 and under are always free.
The Groman Museum on the campus of MSOE. It's a whole new angle on work. Debbie Loziga, WTMJ News.
It is a fantastic space to go into. It's one of those spaces where I feel like if you are downtown, you might drive by it a lot and see that big atrium. And then if you look up on the rooftop garden, you see those larger-than-life sculptures of people who look like they're welding and shoveling. It's really fascinating space to be in, full of paintings and sculptures. I think you'll really enjoy it. Check out the Groman Museum, and visit Milwaukee.org has an entire section dedicated to Milwaukee Museum Days with an interactive map and everything. So make the most of these Milwaukee Museum Days. There are freebies and discounts and deals. Milwaukee Museum Days through Sunday, and visit Milwaukee.org. And we're going to check out what's going on at the beloved Milwaukee Public Museum, including creativity with canned food. That is next on What's on Tap on News Radio 620 WTMJ.
Accunet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
Chris and Tim closed their first loan with Accunet $116,000 ago in terms of the median sales price in southeastern Wisconsin. We helped their daughter buy a home earlier this year, and now we're helping them buy their retirement condo. We're told there were 3 offers, 2 cash offers, and Chris and Tim's offer backed up by an Accunet rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval. All 3 offers were probably over the asking price, but we're surmising Chris and Tim's offer was the highest because when the sellers asked the listing broker if they could count on the offer with the pre-approval letter, the answer was simply, Accunet really does their homework. It's not easy to beat a cash offer over the asking price, but that's exactly what Tim and Chris did with some help from their trusted family mortgage lender. If you don't think the lender's name on your pre-approval letter matters, think again. It's still a seller's market in the Badger State, so click on the blue button at Accunet.com today to get started with your rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval. That's ACCUNET.com.
So it's about time you spruced up your home. Nothing major. You're not looking to spend a ton, but you are looking for something that'll give your quarters a little upgrade. You know, there are a lot of things you can do with glass. Simply beveling your mirrors can do wonders. You can mill out your wood cabinet doors and replace the center with attractive glass inserts, or customize them with unique handcrafted artistry, or maybe a theme. You could even install a new glass shower door and add some real appeal to your bathroom. They're all pretty affordable home improvements, and Les's Glass Service has been helping homeowners like you for just about longer than anyone in town. You probably don't realize how affordably we can help you reach your home's full potential, but we do, and we can show you countless options. So if it's a new glass shower door, fogged or broken insulated glass replacement, or affordable glass and mirror home decor that you've been looking for, you just can't pass on Les's Glass. Les's Glass Service, serving all of southeastern Wisconsin. Find us at lesglassservice.com.
Bill Maher, the WTF Tour.
I'm so tired of pretending that kids are people. I said that wrong. Peers. Kids are not peers. Kids are people, of course, and very important people. They assembled my phone.
Bill Maher, an all-new show. Riverside Theater, July 14th. Get tickets this Friday at 10 a.m. at papstheatergroup.com. There's more at billmaher.com.
Welcome back to What's on Tap on WTMJ.
I'm Sandy Max. Debbie Lazaga of WTMJ just took us to the Groman Museum as part of Milwaukee Museum Days, a fun event going on all the way through Sunday where you can get discounts and deals and even freebies at some of the best museums in our city, but also around our area, also Cedarburg and Racine. So check out visitmilwaukee.org for the full interactive map. And got a new museum to take you to. Let's visit Milwaukee Public Museum. It's one of those museums that is just beloved and sentimental. So welcome to What's on Tap, Milwaukee Public Museum Director of Communications, Madeline Anderson.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been an exciting couple days. We're about 5 days into it and still have another about 5 days to go.
And what are you offering special during Milwaukee Museum Days at the Milwaukee Public Museum?
So we kicked off Milwaukee Museum Days with special bonus on-site programming where we have our museum educators out on the exhibit floors. This week they'll be out Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and they're going to be providing fun, interactive learning opportunities for visitors, really of all ages, that relate to fossils and other paleontology topics.
It's like Ross from Friends. Would love to be there. Do you have a particularly favorite space inside the Milwaukee Public Museum, maybe a sentimental spot or a fascinating spot?
Yeah, I personally love our butterfly vivarium. It's the enclosed garden where there's the free-flying butterflies and moths flying about, and it's always warm. You know, it's around 80 degrees, so especially this time of year, it just feels so wonderful to walk in there for a couple minutes and be surrounded by these very colorful, beautiful butterflies.
What a moment or minutes, however long you want to spend in there, of beautiful nature and meditative peace. Like, that's got to lower your stress level, just being around butterflies.
Exactly. It's, as you said, it's like meditating, or, you know, just you feel happier when you're in there and then once you leave.
We think of science sometimes, and you think of just nuts and bolts, and to think of science and nature in this way is just, it's heartening.
And we do have an area where you can see what those butterflies look like, you know, before they become butterflies. So you get kind of the whole life cycle of the butterfly while you're in there as well.
One of my sentimental favorites, I love that Granny is still there at the Milwaukee Public Museum. And I know it's very important to people that Granny and some other things go to the new space in the next couple of years. But another space that is fun, you talk about the natural part with butterflies, but the history part, like walking through the European village, is just such a fun stroll.
Yeah, there's, I think, about 30 houses in the European village, and they each depict a different country and a different heritage that, you know, you'd find in Europe. And it is fun walking through there, peeking through the windows and the doors and looking at life and what it would have looked like back in Europe around the turn of the 20th century.
And there's an Irish house. I'm getting ready to take a group of WTMJ fans to Ireland in the springtime, and I've been looking for different Irish cultural things. And I remember there is an Irish house in the village, and there's somebody special inside that house.
Yep, there is an Irish house, and we have a mannequin, a woman in there, and she is knitting.
Like, it's a woman knitting. Don't give it away.
You did bring up Granny and the knitter, as you call her, and I do actually have a fun story about both of those women. This was many years ago, but there happened to be a second literal head of the Irish woman lying around in, you know, museum storage. And one of our exhibit artists was told back in the day to use that second head for Granny in the streets of Old Milwaukee, because I guess years ago the head on the old Granny was pretty scary looking. This was before my time, but I was told, you know, it was pretty scary looking. And
she didn't have a friendly face.
Exactly. It wasn't as welcoming as the Granny we know today. So the Irish woman, you know, the second version of her head was put on Granny, and it was made to look a little different. They freshened her up, changed her hair and makeup a bit, but next time you're at the museum, look closely at the Irish woman and Granny, and you'll see they actually are quite similar.
Maybe they're sisters. Maybe Granny has an Irish heritage.
She Probably does.
Madeline, there is something else interesting going on at Milwaukee Public Museum that's coming up that I think is such a great way to be creative and also do a good deed. It's called not construction, it's called canstruction.
Yeah, so playing on the word construction and can, because it is a canned food sculpture exhibition. And we're really excited. We're going to be hosting Canstruction for the first time in the exhibition's history. I think it's been around for more than 10 years in Milwaukee, but this is the first time at MPM. And to give you a little bit of background information, so Canstruction calls on local leaders in architecture, engineering, and construction to donate canned and non-perishable food items to build these captivating sculptures using only those items. And then once the exhibition wraps up, all of the food items from the sculptures will be donated to the Jewish Community Pantry. And they provide emergency food and resources to residents in the Metcalf Park and Amani neighborhoods on the city's north side. It's all about artwork. It's all about creativity, engineering, construction, but then also it's for a really good cause.
And the community, what a creative way to help out the community. And when can we see Canstruction at the Milwaukee Public Museum?
Canstruction is going to start Saturday, January 27th. On that day, the different teams, there's going to be 12 different teams competing. They will be assembling their sculptures, and then the public can view it through Sunday, February 4th.
What a great idea to use the creativity and science. You know, science is involved in making those calculations to create a canned food sculpture so it stays up.
I think it'll be really exciting for our visitors to see, and it is included with general admission at the museum. Again, since we have museum days going on, we do have museum admission discounted to $15, both January 27th and the 28th. And then on February 1st, we have our free day. So anyone can come to the museum and see the sculptures for free that day.
Milwaukee Public Museum Director of Communications, Madeline Anderson, thanks so much. Happy Museum Days to you.
Thanks, Sandy. Nice chatting with you.
Always a pleasure. mpm.org if you want to plan your trip to Milwaukee Public Museum and visit the woman inside the Irish house and see houses from Ireland and all around the world. Just one of the fascinating exhibits at Milwaukee Public Museum. And, you know, you can see houses in Ireland with me. If you're on the fence considering it, email sandy@WTMJ.com, SANDY@WTMJ.com. I will send you the brochure and to get you in the mood to travel to Ireland, a song from one of the ultimate Irish bands, and a song that also has meaning for a lot of Marquette fans. I've got basketball on the brain. That's next on What's on Tap on WTMJ.
This is Brad Youngbluth with Semper Fi Roofing and Exteriors, your local, veteran-owned and operated exterior remodeling company. The Energy Star ratings for windows are getting a lot tougher to get the tax credit, so you're going to want to take advantage of. Fortunately, we still have options that will qualify you for those tax credits. Now, I can sit here and talk benefits of this product or what's great about that product. So can everybody else. But what a lot of operations can't do is, with complete confidence, stand behind the crew that's going to be on that next job. Talk is cheap, I get it, but our people are exceptional. How do I know? Because me and Vito handpick every single person that makes our team. Some make the cut, a lot don't. And that's why you can be confident that the windows we install for you will be top quality, installed right, and that you're going to get great service. And that's never failed us. So for your home's new windows, you can count on Semper Fi to keep you safe, warm, and dry.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry. Semper Fi.
Even when the weather outside is frightful, your energy bill could be much more delightful. Replacing drafty windows and doors can dramatically lower your energy costs. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin's energy-efficient windows keep the cold outside where it belongs. You'll help kick the January blues when you choose to book by the 31st for 0% interest up to 36 months. You heard that right. No interest for up to 36 months if you book by January 31st. Visit PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply.
It's time to make the call. It's time to get that lasting relief you deserve from that awful joint pain in 2024. Hey, it's WTMJ's Greg Matzik for QC Kinetics. Hey, don't go another year compromising because of that awful pain in your knees or your shoulder. Give a call to QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative, non-surgical pain relief. Now, the best part is your body has what it needs to restore and repair that damaged joint tissue. That means no drugs, no surgery, and no downtime. QC Kinetics can make it happen. Hundreds of board-certified QC Kinetics providers have treated tens of thousands of satisfied patients all over America. People with back pain, with hip pain, any pain associated with arthritis or an injury. And it's not a Band-Aid fix. This is revolutionary. It's treatment that can get you moving again and get your life back. Take the first step now. Give a call to QC Kinetics. A free consultation awaits. 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474.
I'm Brett Matchke, and you're due for service.
Richlands.
And now, feast your ears. This is the song you need to hear.
Most blokes are going to be playing at 10. These go to 11.
And this is a song that has been stuck in my head all day, partially because of all the basketball news with Bucks coach Adrian Griffin getting let go. Believe me, we'll be talking about that after 7 o'clock and after 8 o'clock on WTMJ. But being a huge Marquette fan, this is one of those songs that automatically makes me think of college hoops. And then also, as I'm planning to go to Ireland in May, there are still spots left. We're going to close the booking next week on Monday. If you've been on the fence and are thinking about it, U2, let's put you in that mood. Go to one of their favorite towns of Dublin with me and stroll around. We'll stroll Galway, Kilkenny, go see the jaw-dropping view at the Cliffs of Moher, sip some Guinness, kiss the Blarney Stone at Blarney Castle. If these are things you've been dreaming of, indulge in Ireland. Travel with me. Sandy at WTMJ.com is my email address. SANDY at WTMJ.com. Let's travel together. Here's U2. It's a song you need to hear. U2. Come with me to the land of U2. Ireland awaits in May. But there are only a few more spots left. Book that trip with me, WTMJ.com for the trip details, or email me, sandy@WTMJ.com. I would love to send you the brochure. You know we'd have a great time following in U2's footsteps. I'm Sandy Max. Thanks for hanging out with me on What's on Tap tonight. At 7 o'clock, Brian Noonan is ready with WTMJ Nights, and he's going to talk about the big upheaval in the Milwaukee Bucks organization with Coach Adrian Griffin now not being coach. Keep it here. News and WTMJ Nights next on WTMJ.